皆さんこんにちは。1000万 MLB 翻訳侍戦士チャンネルへようこそ。激戦のナ・リーグ西地区ドジャースに新戦力が台頭しています。ルーキー右腕の 8K パフォーマンス、復調打者の決勝弾、チーム OPS の上昇傾向と相まって優勝への期待が高まっています。待ち受けるのは地区2位との直接対決です。エースの復活とブルペン陣の踏ん張りが鍵を握ります。トレード期限まであと3日、勝負の8月に突入する MLB、 激動の序章が幕を開けます。それでは本日の試合を詳しく解説している番組の翻訳をお届けいたします。ご覧ください。
They're in the sixth. Jahir, I'll come to you on this. Obviously, River, he's got that 3-0 lead. Doc decides to bring in Alex Vesia. It quickly became a 3-2 game. How do you make sense of the moment right there?
Well, I'm glad we won the game. You know, the offense did a tremendous job. You know, at that moment, we said it, and I was on the text, and I'm like, why are we taking him out of the game? Righty-righty matchup. Let this kid go. He's got a young, fresh arm. It's his game. Let him do his thing. And obviously, here's that extra base hit off the wall. But he was rather dominant. I mean, loved the makeup, loved understanding the situation. He understood, you know what? When I do make mistakes, I get hit hard. But this what tells me everything. We're on third base. I'm going to shut the door right now. Understanding he could dig deep, and I just love that. He left him in the fifth inning. And in that sixth inning, he got 2 outs, and they decided to bring in Alex Vesia to face the right-handed batter. Again, listen, Alex Vesia is having an incredible year. I think he should have been an all-star. But why not let River throw another batter? Keep that righty-righty matchup. He did not have any success against River Ryan. He's got a young, fresh arm. He wants to stay there. He's begging manager Dave Roberts to stay in the game. This is what I love about River Ryan and Robo. Both those guys, they want to stay in the game, and Alex Vesia comes in and gets greeted right away. First pitch fastball, 2-run homer. Now, the momentum shifted instantly back to the Houston Astros. It's a 1-1 ball game, and you see the disappointment in River Ryan's face. Again, I kind of said it last night, and I'm going to give Dave Roberts credit last night. He admitted, you know what, the momentum shifted when he took Robo out. He was exactly right. And the momentum shifted right away back to the Houston Astros' favor when they took River Ryan out, who was having an outstanding outing. That being said, the Dodger hitters came back and put some runs on the board, and credit Alex Vesia. He gave up that home run. He got ambushed that very first pitch. The very next inning, shut the door. No more runs, and then the bullpen shut the door. Great job by the bullpen. But again, yeah, if you're asking me the question, would I let River Ryan stay out there? Absolutely, especially the way our bullpen has been taxed. We said in the pregame show, the most innings, you know, so far going in the big league level. We got to make sure we start to monitor the innings of Alex Vesia, Blake Trinan, obviously Huddy as well, and then Evan Phillips, because we want to make sure these guys are fresh in October.
This is also coming off when Dave Roberts said that the leash would be longer today.
Well, you know what, the leash can be longer, but at the same time, the leash isn't really long anyway. And the reason I say that is because none of these guys are built up. We talked about in the beginning, you know, we want starters to go deeper in the game, but none of them are trained that way. I mean, this young man here, River Ryan, didn't throw more than 78 pitches, I think, in his entire professional career down the minor leagues. The most he's thrown was that he got to the big leagues. It was the first time he threw into the 6th inning, his last start, and here he is. He did it again. It's the second time. This is the most pitches he's ever thrown in a professional baseball game. So when you're talking about building up and you're talking about that leash, I mean, Dave Roberts says, yeah, I'll have a longer leash, but what is that longer leash when I'm trying to go out there and look at, okay, what's the experience this young man has as far as arm, going deep in the game? And listen, I agree, got to leave him in. You see the way the game's going. You see the way he's under control. I agree with all that. You could let him go out there. This is his game, just like I felt yesterday, the same thing. Let the young man give up those runs. This is their game, and let them learn and see what they're also made of at this moment, because they're constantly learning too. So I agree with that. But all I'm just saying now, though, is at some time, some of the managers get put in spots, because this is the only organization when nobody's built up. Nobody's built up to do anything. So now you get in these situations where you're questioning, you don't know what to do, because then you have the data in your head telling you one thing, and nobody's built up, rather than being able to go with a gut feeling and say, I'm leaving him in.
So Nomar is exactly right. This is not just here. It is an epidemic throughout Major League Baseball. Max Scherzer has talked about this. Justin Verlander has talked about this. And other veteran pitchers, and even Nolan Ryan talked about this a couple years ago. You got to let these guys throw in the minor leagues. And if you're going to protect them in the minor leagues, okay, they're going to go throw 75, 85 pitches because we're going to protect them because when they get to the big leagues, we're just going to let them go. Okay, now they're in the big leagues. Let them go. But then they said, okay, well, we haven't built them up in the big leagues. I mean, in the minor leagues to pitch that long in the big leagues. So which one is it? You got to train these guys. The minor leagues are about development. Sure, you would like these guys to win in the minor leagues. You do. But it's all about making sure these guys develop. So when they're in the minor leagues, they need to throw 105, 110, 115 pitches. Know how to pitch like that to be able to dig deep. And that's what River Ryan did. River Ryan's an athlete. He was an infielder, and he's now become a pitcher. He was able to dig deep and use other pitches with Austin Barnes' help to get out of that fifth inning jam. That's called pitching. Yeah. It's not about velocity all the time. You come up, come down, but it's about pitching. Allow these guys to develop and learn how to get out of jams during the fifth inning. So listen, we want these guys to extend the game. That relieves pressure from our relievers. We keep asking these guys to come out of the game in the fifth, in the sixth inning. We're going to continue taxing our bullpen.
Yeah, but you know, the other thing too, though, is, you know, you were talking about like sometimes you're less pitches. You want to protect them when they're down there in the minor leagues. Well, it's not working. Everybody's getting hurt. So it's not really that. It's not really a matter of less amount of pitches. It's actually probably more the velocity, everything else they're chasing that they'll learn. So let them go deeper. So don't worry about like, oh, we got to save them. We got to limit their pitches. They have to develop, be able to, and learn how to pitch longer.
Through 130, 145 pitches, he threw about 98 to 100 miles an hour. He pitched for what, 25 years?
Yeah,
maybe there's something to that.
Through today, River Ryan had never thrown more than 76 pitches throughout his pro career. Threw 91 today.
Yeah. Well, he could have thrown 105 today.
Similar situation. The result was different. Dodgers got the W. Let's head back to the booth. Check in one final time with Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser.
Dodgers today get the first major league win for River Ryan. Strikes out 8 over 5 2/3, and they avoid the sweep with a 6-2 win.
Yeah, they get the 6 runs. That holds up today. The bullpen holds up, and I'll tell you what, River Ryan was outstanding. You know, he's been after a lot of different situations, from walking guys to giving up some hits to being in traffic to having a man on third and one out. He's pitched out of all of it.
And they head to San Diego. They'll have an off day tomorrow, and a much bigger 2-game series than it looked like a few days ago.
Yeah, you know, a couple rookie starters here in Houston did a nice job. Now they're going to get to the veterans with Glasnow and Kershaw, and that's going to be important going into San Diego, because this could really kind of turn the National League West one way or the other. If the Dodgers would get beat there in San Diego 2 games, Padres are going to get a lot of confidence.
Dodgers are going there with a 6.5-game lead and start the series on Tuesday night.
Thanks so much, guys. Looking ahead on the Dodgers calendar, next up a 2-game series in San Diego. The trade deadline, 3 p.m. on Tuesday, an off day Thursday before making the final trip ever to Oakland this weekend. Next Monday, the Dodgers host the Phillies. All games on Sportsnet LA. Story of the day was River Ryan, 8 strikeouts and picks up his first career win. Reaction ahead from River, Dave Roberts, and more. Welcome back. It's the Carl's Jr. moment of the game. This one coming in the top of the 6th. Nomar Gavin Lux, his 6th homer of the season.
I mean, excellent swing by Gavin Lux. Gets a pitch on the inner half. He was breaking in on the hands. He gets the barrel out perfectly. He's been swinging a really hot bat. Love the formation, the head down, through the ball, driving it out of the ballpark. Great job by Gavin Lux. I love the confidence that he has while he's in the batter's box right now.
Looks so good. Jay Harry, you're going to access 360 it. Break it down.
I tell you what, I love the fact that G. Lux is hitting in the middle of the lineup. He has been outstanding. We're going to go access 360 and break down the swing you just saw. Again, Gavin Lux has been on a tear, driving the ball the other way. He's going to get a pitch in the strike zone. Okay, slider. I got to look at it. You're going to double up on that breaking ball? No. I'm all over it. 87-mile-an-hour breaking ball, center cut. G. Lux is all over it. A great swing, head down on contact and through. Once again, you're going to see it one more time. Gets extended, but look where's the hand position, the barrel position, and his head. The head is behind the hands, able to really explode through the zone. Outstanding swing, outstanding follow through, and this is the Gavin Lux we've talked about the last couple years. Listen, he had a devastating knee injury, missed last season. In the first half, he was trying to find his footing. Now he is swinging a hot bat.
Hot back. He's got the 6th highest batting average in the majors since the All-Star break. Let's head back to Houston. Dave Roberts is with Kirsten in the media.
Dave, just when you think about the last 2 days, the starting pitching that you've gotten from these young guys, how amazing has it been just seeing them really rise to the occasion and see how they've handled going against a very talented team like the Astros?
They both those guys perform really well, handled themselves really well, given the ball club, the environment, and they kept their poise, made pitches, got deep into the game, and both gave us a chance to win. So I couldn't be more excited, more happy for them, happy for us, and it's something for those guys in particular, you know, to build on and know that they can really pitch here.
With River, how did you see, just looking back at his Major League debut, the fastball command and how he had it there, and just seeing how he had the command of his secondary pitches tonight, just how did you see, I guess, his full pitch mix really come together and allowing him to be effective today?
I thought Austin did a fantastic job with him. The fastball certainly played, has a lot of life. I thought today the secondary, the curveball was really good versus right, but particularly versus left-hand hitters. It slowed them down, got them off the fastball a little bit. He mixed in some changeups, some sliders to the right-handers, but it was good to see him use that four-pitch mix effectively, and you know, we pushed him. You know, I don't think he's gone more than 74 pitches in his professional career, and so we pushed him. But you know, the stuff for me, he was in a good spot, and you know, I felt he left it out there. He gave us all he had, and he's got a couple extra days on the back end. So again, really excited for him.
Will he be sticking around?
I don't see why not.
With those two guys, I'm sure coming into the season that you guys thought you might need both of those guys, but how much earlier did this opportunity come for each of those guys, and how good have they been?
It came a lot earlier. Credit to them that they were ready. You know, even guys like Landon Knack, who, you know, is not here with us right now, but has given us huge innings, huge starts. You know, they were more of depth, and you feel like you can sort of maybe insert them and give them a spot start here or there. But, you know, the way they're throwing, you know, performance should matter, and it does, especially this time of year.
You mentioned pushing him. Was he sort of just going batter to batter there in six?
Yeah, he was going batter to batter because, you know, last time was his first time into the six, and you know, the stress at the big leagues is more than in the minors. You can't quantify it. So I wanted to keep a close eye on him, and I felt that was the right time.
Was Vesia originally up for Jordan, and they just sort of
he was sort of moving around, but once we got into the 90 pitch count, then I was kind of really keeping an eye on him right there.
Did your offense start to feel familiar, though?
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is that you have to do what I feel is the right thing to do, and that's first and foremost protecting the player, and then, you know, trying to win a game. And so it doesn't always work, but again, what he's done for me to push him, you know, much more than that, I think it'd been irresponsible.
The three relievers you had to work with today?
We had also Yarborough in a break glass situation.
Nomar was one of the best hitters in baseball history. He's also pretty good at calling a shot. Today he took James Outman, who homered. More reaction ahead. In 11 strikeouts from the Dodgers. Celebrate tomorrow by heading into Jack in the Box for a free jumbo jack with a large drink purchase. Today, River Ryan carried the load with 8 strikeouts. What a day for him on the mound. So much that we're going to go inside the K-zone with you, Nomar.
Yeah, we're going to have to break down his performance.
Absolutely.
I mean, he made sure everybody had a jumbo jack all by himself, so that's really nice of River Ryan. But you know what? He had all things going. He was trusting every single pitch to put somebody away, so you really couldn't sit on one. As a hitter, one, he was establishing the fastball. We know that his fastball plays at this level. So here's a 2-2 count. How does he put him away? Goes with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball down in the zone, climbing the ladder, 0-2 with that fastball. But you're thinking, okay, is it always going to be fastball to put you away if you're behind in the count? No, he also has a curveball that he can go out there and he can backdoor a great location with that curveball to get him. Now here's the slider. This is one that really just wipeout slider that gets right underneath the hands. I mean, that was just nasty 2-2. He's like, well, I'm feeling it. I'm going to keep going. Why? Because you have to be ready for that 97. You have to be ready for the fastball. So you keep getting the swings and misses, and also establishing that fastball down in the zone makes that slider down in the zone even more effective. And you can see how fired up he is. This guy, I love his presence on the mound, and I love his confidence.
This dude, I'm telling you, listen, I was really impressed with his stuff at Dodger Stadium. The way he commanded the strike zone, the way he commanded that Astro lineup, who really, they do a great job hitting there in that ballpark. He's a dude, man. He's going to be a problem for a long time, and he's got ace-type stuff. What I love about him, he was a position player first. That's why I said last time he reminds me of Tim Hudson. Tim Hudson was an outfielder at Auburn and became a great pitcher in the big leagues. He doesn't have the sinker like Tim Hudson did, but I'll tell you what, man, he's got that bulldog in him like Huddy did. He is going to be a problem, and I know there are 29 other teams right now on the phone seeing if they could jar River Ryan from the Dodgers. He's a stud, man.
25 years old. Not only was it his first career win, it came on the road, his first start on the road.
That slider, Alvarez, Alvarez is a monster. He chased that. That break was that much. Telling you, man, this kid is going to be something special.
Impressive. River Ryan, he's speaking with Kirsten in the media.
River, I know we talked on the field, but when you're in situations like the fifth inning, runner on third, one out, what is just kind of your mindset in getting out of those situations?
Talking to the Lord definitely helps calm my nerves. I just say, help me with this pitch, and then I go through my mechanics and just try to execute like I do in bullpens. That's pretty much it.
How does it feel to get your first major league win?
Oh, unbelievable! It's something you work for your whole life. Pitching the big leagues, and fortunately, I was able to come out with a W today.
How did you navigate their big three? Altuve, Bregman, and Alvarez.
Oh, just stuck to the same game plan I've done my whole career against lefties and against righties, and I was able to execute very well today, and it worked out for me.
You threw more pitches than you have before in your professional career. How did you feel in the sixth inning? There were 2 outs.
Oh, I felt great. I mean, I was a little tired, but other than that, body felt great, shoulder felt great. I was begging Doc to let me go another guy, but I threw too many pitches. So.
What was the biggest difference between your debut and today for you?
First time pitching, away. Had a little bit more jitters in the first inning on the road, but after the second inning, kind of settled into the outing.
What have you kind of learned about just how your stuff plays up here? What have you kind of learned about how your stuff plays up here, especially just being able to go through the lineup multiple times like you have the first 2 starts?
Just sticking to the same game plan, dude. If I try to stray away from the game plan, things sort of not go my way. I just pitch to my strength. That's how I'm able to manage these lineups.
How much were yours?
Guess what? Jerry's not too bad at calling his shot, too. He originally called Shohei, but off the record, he went with Teoscar before the producer made him change it. More reaction ahead from the win in Houston. Let's head back to Houston. Gavin Lux is with Kirsten in the media.
Gavin, we've talked about just the success you've been having since the All-Star break, but adding in that power, what do you think's kind of led to that?
Just taking more chances, I think. You get in a good count, you try to stick to your plan and put a good swing on it, but just take more chances early, and like the first 2 strikes are mine to try to do damage on, and then after that it's just 2 strikes you try to fight, and but those first 2 pitches are mine, and then from there you just try to grind it out.
This win today, did it feel like a must-win amongst you all, just avoiding the sweep?
Yeah, for sure. That was a good win, too, top to bottom. River did a great job. Obviously, bullpen came in, shut it down. Yeah, I think, obviously I feel like we all think we should have won last night's game. So to get one, take one from a really good team, obviously avoid the sweep, have some momentum going into the off day. Yeah, I think we all wanted that one pretty bad.
How rewarding has the stretch been for you and your confidence, just seeing that that's still in there for you, and obviously like that you're able to do this still at this stage after your knee injury and everything like that?
Yeah, I think obviously getting some good results help. Obviously, I think I always believed in myself and that I would eventually figure it out with at bats. And but yeah, it's all about just staying patient. And I've said it all years, just trying to stick to my process and grind away in the cage with these guys. And You know, just try to chip away every day and win each day, whether it's a small win, big win. Just being patient, though.
How satisfying is it to put up 6 runs back-to-back games with a lineup that admittedly is shorthanded?
Yeah, I think, you know, we all grinded it out, trying to pass the baton to the next guy, and top to bottom, I think 1 through 9, pretty much all 3 games. I think everybody had great at-bats, and yeah, I think no one took a pitch off, which is really cool, and you know, we easily could have won 3 games. Truthfully, we left the guys on base the first night too, so I think it was a good top to bottom series, honestly.
The Dodgers are off Monday and start a 2-game series in San Diego on Tuesday. We'll have a series preview when we come back. The Dodgers are off to San Diego and open a 2-game series with the Padres on Tuesday. Tyler Glasnow will get in the start in Game 1, followed by Clayton Kershaw in Game 2. Padres have closed the gap in the division. 6.5 games. It's a crucial 2 games starting with Tuesday. And Tyler, J. Hare, what do you want to see?
I'll tell you what, hopefully he provides us length. And obviously when Tyler Glasnow is on, he is as good as anybody. I know the delivery being 6'8", you got to repeat it. But you're right, Allie. The Padres have been playing really good baseball the last couple of weeks. We need to bring our A game.
Yeah, hopefully this momentum, we talked about having it going into this series. You heard Gavin Lutz kind of touched on that as well. They need that, and the starting pitcher definitely sets the tone. I really love what these young kids are doing right now that we saw. River Ryan today. We saw Robleski. These guys, they're attacking the zone. They're trusting their stuff. We need that from veterans as well, from both Glasnow and then Kershaw when he gets opportunity as well.
You talked about getting momentum today with a win today carrying that, and then you got Kershaw on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's always good to have Kershaw. But you know what? I like that we have a day off tomorrow. That allows the bullpen to rest, so we're all systems go come Tuesday. Cannot wait. Should be a fun series in San Diego. We got Glasnow pitching, and Captain Kirsch also going to be taking the mound.
It'd be great. It'd be great for veterans to go out there and show them what they're made of.
For Nomar, for Jay Hare, I know you got to run and catch your highlights on your phone.
No, I got it right here.
LCM for Kirsten. I'm Allie. They'll be watching them tonight. We will see you all Tuesday. Pre-game coverage begins at 5:30.
今回の動画はいかがでしたか？ぜひご意見ご感想をコメント欄までお願いいたします。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーの最新情報など海外の番組の翻訳をお届けしています。面白いと思っていただけましたら、よかったら高評価とチャンネル登録をお願いします。どんな情報をお届けしたら喜んでいただけるか、ぜひお聞かせください。それではまた次回の動画でお会いいたしましょう。